How do you spell your first and last name?
My name's spelled Adora, S, V as in Victor, I-T-A-K.
Okay, and Dora, can you tell me what's going on this week and today?
At South by Southwest EDU, we're here to talk about student voice and why it's absolutely necessary in education. We don't believe in education without representation. We think that since students make up 94% of the people in a school building, we should at least have that much of a voice.
And how important is it for students to have that much of a voice?
Well, when we say that students feel like they don't have a voice or that their voice isn't important, then they become less happy, they're more likely to drop out, to be absent from school, get lower grades, etc. Really, really cohesive school communities are built on the idea that each member is equally valuable.
And what is your message that you are sharing all over in Seattle?
Well, I came all the way from Seattle to speak about how important it is to give students a chance for independent learning. Because we're born curious, babies crawl around and put everything in their mouth because they are learners. It's essential to learn to survive, and we really need to keep that trait in school and the magic of education for all students to appreciate.
Cool. What have you learned through the process of doing this presentations like this around? Do you go around the country, or is this?
I speak around the world. I speak quite frequently on education topics to audiences. They range from 800 people to 8,000, and all over the world I've seen that educators care deeply about young people and really want to do what's best, but there are oftentimes so many constraints, whether they come from politics or parents or kids themselves, that are placed on educators. And so I think we really need to talk about how students would work to help make education reform better, and it's really vital in I think today's education reform to make to have students.
So do you think like that young adults like such as yourself are making a difference by talking around the world?
I hope that I'm making a difference by speaking around the world. I mean, I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. One of the things that I've seen is that people have come up to me afterwards, or they've been on Twitter and Facebook, and they've said, Adora, you've really changed my mind about independent learning, or you've changed my mind about what students can be. Because the traditional view of a teenager like me is someone who sits around and plays video games 24/7, doesn't want to do their homework. But I hope to represent the kind of learner that all teenagers in America can be, someone who's curious, someone who's driven to do something they're passionate about.
That's great. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Sure. I'd like to say that if educators and parents are interested in learning more about how they can promote student voice, then they can check out the Student Voice movement online. It's #StudentVoice on Twitter. And there's a whole number of students around the country and now around the world who are really saying we need to take charge of our own education. We need to be the authors of our own education, not just the consumers.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.